The interviewer introduced 50 Cent, highlighting that he has always spoken his mind. And in his recent conversation with ExtraTV, he continued this pattern by addressing Taylor Swift's mention of him in her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, and made it clear he supported her relationship with Travis Kelce, according to People. When the topic of possibly attending a wedding between Swift and Kelce came up, 50 Cent reportedly said with a noticeable grin that he would definitely make his way over there, emphasizing his fondness for the team and the entire situation. The interviewer noted that Swift's song Ruin the Friendship, released on October 3rd, contains a line referencing a 50 Cent song playing in the background during a moment she wished had unfolded differently, and includes the lyric, "Should have kissed you anyway, would have been the best mistake." After the album dropped, 50 Cent celebrated being referenced by posting the album cover art for Showgirl on Instagram, captioning it with, "This is for big timers only," which generated excitement among fans and followers. Subscribe to stay updated on the biggest names in music. During his interview with Mona Kozar Abdi from ExtraTV, 50 Cent expressed that the mention in Swift's song was more than just a fleeting nod, stating that if listeners paid attention to the track, the reference connected directly to what was happening within pop culture at the time. And he recalled that the music of that era was inescapable, with no one being more influential in music than him at that point. He then openly endorsed Swift and Kelce's relationship, stating that he liked it much more than the previous relationship Kelce had, suggesting it was a significant improvement. Although 50 Cent didn't directly mention Kayla Nicole's name, fans quickly deduced that his remarks were aimed at Kelce's ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nicole, with whom Kelce had a 5-year relationship from 2017 to 2022. The interviewer pointed out that Nicole's name has continued to resurface since Swift and Kelce started dating, and despite the ongoing attention, 50 Cent made it clear he supported the new couple wholeheartedly. When asked about the possibility of collaborating with Swift, 50 Cent replied that it would depend on her, explaining that she would need to have a song that suited his vocal style, but he would be open to working together if that happened. He added that the decision was in her hands, signaling his willingness for a potential musical partnership. The interviewer remarked that even someone as outspoken and known for clever lyricism as 50 Cent was backing one of pop culture's most prominent love stories. As the conversation continued, 50 Cent reflected on his place in the music industry, citing how his influence was unmistakable during the era Swift referenced, and he felt honored to have his work recognized in such a high-profile release. Subscribe for more candid moments and inside stories with your favorite artists. He reiterated that the reference in Swift's song was meaningful to him, not just as a casual nod, but as an acknowledgement of his cultural impact during that period, highlighting how his songs were impossible to avoid back then. Turning back to the topic of relationships, 50 Cent doubled down on his support for Swift and Kelce, affirming that he genuinely liked what they had and that it was a marked improvement over Kelce's previous relationship, which he implied was not as positive. The interviewer noted that fans were quick to connect the dots regarding 50 Cent's comments about Kayla Nicole, given her history with Kelce and the renewed interest in her since Swift entered the picture. Despite the ongoing buzz around Nicole, 50 Cent maintained his focus on the new couple, making it clear that he was in their corner. When the subject of a musical collaboration came up again, 50 Cent emphasized that while he was open to the idea, the initiative would need to come from Swift, and he would participate only if the song made sense for his style. The conversation then shifted to the broader impact of pop culture references in music, with 50 Cent mentioning that being mentioned by an artist of Swift's caliber was a significant moment for him, especially considering the reach and influence her music commands. Subscribe now and never miss a story about your favorite stars. The interviewer asked 50 Cent how he felt about being woven into the narrative of a new generation's pop culture, and he replied that it was a testament to the staying power of his work and the role he played in shaping the musical landscape of the time. He explained that hearing his name in a song by someone like Swift validated the influence he had during his peak and demonstrated that his contributions still resonated with artists and audiences alike. Moving back to Swift and Kelce, 50 Cent reiterated his endorsement of their relationship, saying that he appreciated the public attention they brought to each other and enjoyed seeing both of them thrive in their respective fields. He noted that celebrity relationships often attract scrutiny, but he believed that Swift and Kelce handled the spotlight well and complemented each other's success. The interviewer brought up the public's fascination with the couple and the comparisons being drawn to Kelce's previous relationship with Nicole, to which 50 Cent responded by saying that he preferred the current pairing and found it more appealing for both parties involved. He declined to elaborate further on Nicole, choosing instead to focus on the positives he saw in Swift and Kelce's dynamic. When asked if he foresaw more musical collaborations between hip-hop and pop artists in the future, 50 Cent said he believed the trend would continue as artists seek new ways to connect with broader audiences and blend genres for fresh creative results. He mentioned that the music industry thrives on innovation and cross-genre partnerships, so collaborations like the one he might have with Swift are likely to become more common. The interviewer shifted the focus to 50 Cent's own career, asking how he manages to stay relevant and adapt to changing musical tastes. He replied that staying true to his creative instincts while remaining open to new influences has been key to his longevity, and he credited his willingness to experiment and evolve as a major factor in his continued success. He also mentioned that paying attention to what's happening in culture and being willing to engage with current trends helps keep his work fresh and relatable. The interviewer asked whether 50 Cent had any advice for younger artists navigating fame and public attention, and he suggested that newcomers remain authentic, focus on their craft, and not get distracted by outside noise. He encouraged artists to build a strong foundation based on their unique talents and to remember that staying consistent and true to themselves was the best way to achieve lasting success. In discussing the impact of social media on music and celebrity culture, 50 Cent observed that platforms like Instagram and Twitter have fundamentally changed how artists interact with fans and promote their work, making it easier to reach global audiences, but also increasing the pressure to maintain a constant online presence. He admitted that while social media can be a powerful tool, it's important for artists to strike a balance and not let it consume their lives. The interviewer brought the conversation back to Swift's album, asking if 50 Cent had listened to the entire project. He replied that he had checked out several tracks, including Ruin the Friendship, and enjoyed hearing how Swift incorporated real-life experiences and cultural references into her songwriting. He praised her ability to tell stories through music and acknowledged that her success comes from connecting with listeners on a personal level. When asked about the response from fans after Swift's mention of him, 50 Cent said he received an outpouring of messages and comments, many from people who were excited to see the crossover between his work and Swift's. He said the positive reaction reinforced his belief in the power of music to bridge different audiences and bring people together. The interviewer asked if he had reached out to Swift directly after hearing the song, and 50 Cent admitted he hadn't contacted her personally, but he appreciated the shout-out and was open to a conversation if the opportunity arose. He reiterated that any potential collaboration would depend on finding the right song and creative vision. The topic then shifted to the evolution of the music industry, with 50 Cent reflecting on the changes he has witnessed over his career, from the dominance of traditional record labels to the rise of streaming platforms and digital distribution. He noted that while the industry has become more accessible for independent artists, it's also more competitive than ever, and success now requires a combination of talent, marketing savvy, and adaptability. The interviewer asked how 50 Cent balances his music career with his other ventures, including television production and entrepreneurship. He explained that time management and surrounding himself with a reliable team have been crucial to juggling multiple projects, and he enjoys the challenge of exploring new creative avenues. He said that diversifying his interests helps him stay motivated and brings fresh perspectives to his work. When discussing the importance of cross-genre collaborations, 50 Cent said he appreciated artists who aren't afraid to step outside their comfort zones and experiment with new sounds, citing his own experiences working with artists from different backgrounds as examples of how collaboration can lead to unexpected and exciting results. The interviewer asked if he had any dream collaborations aside from Swift, and 50 Cent mentioned a few artists he admires, but said he prefers to let opportunities develop naturally rather than force partnerships for the sake of publicity. He believes that the best collaborations happen when there's genuine chemistry and a shared creative vision. The conversation returned to the public's fascination with celebrity relationships, with 50 Cent observing that fans are often drawn to the personal lives of artists as much as their music. He acknowledged that this attention can be overwhelming, but said it's part of the territory that comes with fame. He praised Swift and Kelce for handling the spotlight with grace and maintaining focus on their careers despite the constant scrutiny. The interviewer asked if 50 Cent had any predictions for the couple's future, and he responded that while he couldn't predict what would happen, he hoped they would continue to find happiness together and support each other's ambitions. He admitted that he enjoys seeing happy couples succeed, especially when they bring positivity to their fans. The interviewer then asked about 50 Cent's own experiences with public relationships and how he navigates media attention. He replied that he tries to keep his private life out of the spotlight as much as possible and focuses on what he can control, which is his work and his art. He acknowledged that curiosity about celebrities' personal lives is natural, but believes that maintaining some boundaries is important for mental health and creative focus. When asked about the impact of being referenced in Swift's song on his career, 50 Cent said it was a welcome surprise and a reminder that his influence continues to resonate in new ways. He explained that moments like these motivate him to keep pushing forward and exploring new projects, both in music and other fields. The interviewer wrapped up by asking 50 Cent what fans could expect from him next, and he hinted at several upcoming projects, including new music and television ventures. He encouraged fans to stay tuned for more announcements and thanked them for their continued support. The interview concluded with 50 Cent reflecting on the enduring power of music to connect people and create lasting memories, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to be part of such an influential industry. He said that being recognized by artists from different genres is one of the most rewarding aspects of his career and looks forward to collaborating with other talented musicians in the future. He closed by encouraging fans to keep supporting the music they love and to stay open to new sounds and ideas, promising that he would continue to bring fresh and exciting work to his audience.